What's going on, everybody? It's Jack, that's Maisie, and in today's YouTube video, I'm going to go over my last 16 months of a building phase or a realistic 16-month bulk transformation. So let me set the stage. Back in August of 2021, I just finished up my first ever kind of serious cut, I guess you can call it. It was a 90-day transformation where I got down to probably single-digit body fat. I'm not sure exactly what the numbers were. I did get bod pod tested, but those things aren't super accurate. But essentially, I got down to 162 pounds and very, very lean. On August 11th of 2021, I weighed in at 162.6. And that was probably one of the lower weigh-ins, but there were a few weigh-ins I did miss just for the fact that I honestly was traveling, I didn't get up on time, whatever it was. But after I had finished up that cut and got very, very lean, the leanest I've ever been in my life, I then did a 10,000 calorie challenge for YouTube. And you guys can go back and check that out on my channel. I also did a kind of a little bit of like a aftermath. So did the 10,000 calorie challenge, went back into a deficit, went back down to the low 162s, low 163s after that. And then basically I've decided, okay, at this point, I probably can't stay this lean for a long period of time. It's affecting me mentally, physically, hormonally, all that kind of stuff, which I'll touch on in another video probably during prep. But I decided, okay, I do need to kind of get out of this leanness, but I do like staying lean. It helps me obviously make better videos. I enjoy the confidence it gives. I like staying lean. It's just better look, all that kind of stuff. But my weight did start to come up. And by the end of August, on August 31st, 2021, I was 166.0 pounds. So getting about 3 or 4 pounds for that second half of the month, just getting back to honestly healthy levels. And then September 2021, I wanted to start to build some muscle and realize that yes, to get on stage, I'll probably have to be 160, but if I can maintain 170 be lean, that would be more ideal than being 165 and lean. So I wanted to build some muscle. So I realized lean bulking is probably what I want to do. I want to minimize the fat gain, but also maximize the amount of muscle I could put on over the next period of time. So I decided to go ahead and get out of a deficit, stop trying to stay as lean, and let my body weight kind of slowly rise up. And on September 16th, 2021, my weigh-in was 166. So as you can see, the weight is still relatively the same. At the time, I was still working on meal prep for the channel, recipes, other videos for YouTube, all that kind of stuff, and slowly bringing up calories. But it was hard to fully commit to a lean bulk as I was still enjoying being very, very lean. And then throughout the rest of September, the weight did start to come up. On October 1st of 2021, I was 169.6 pounds. So the weight was starting to come up a little bit, but still only 7 or 8 pounds up from my lowest point. I would say single digit body fat. So I was just kind of at that healthy range. My guess is like the 169 to 171. But overall, I was definitely eating a little bit better, having a little bit more flexibility with my diet, feeling a lot better in the gym, no longer dealing with all those low body fat hormonal issues like low libido, low energy, low sex drive, all that kind of stuff. And then November of 2021, on November 2nd of 2021, I was 171.0. So I gained right around a pound, maybe 2 pounds during October, which is great because that's a good steady increase of about 2 pounds. And then I started to take testosterone. Honestly, I have a whole video on that, but I didn't see any personal changes. I think everything that I experienced was pretty typical of a basic lean bulk. As you kind of increase your calories, you get stronger in the gym, you add a little bit more muscle mass. Obviously, I would love to do it in a more scientific, studied where everything's controlled, you have a lot more control variables, but that's not real life. And I wanted to give it a try during like my real life, during YouTube, building phase, all that kind of stuff. I personally don't think it's worth it for the money, but if you do have everything else dialed in, your training, your nutrition, your meal timing, your supplements, if you want to try that out, feel free, but I definitely don't think it's worth the money for me personally. And then that takes us into December of 2021. So on December 1st of 2021, I was 173.6, so a little over a full 10 pounds up from my lowest weigh-in. I was definitely eating more, but my diet was kind of leaning towards a little bit more, I would say like unhealthy, as during the holidays, a lot of traveling, a lot of drinking, a lot of food, lots of sugar, just something where I hadn't really experienced that for the last 5 or 6 months. And now the fact that I was like in a building phase, I was giving myself the green light to kind of go ahead and increase my calories. I was eating probably a little bit too much. And then on December 28th, 2021, I was 178.0. So about 4 pounds gained throughout the holiday season, which is definitely not ideal. Weight jumps up and down a lot, but the big thing there was I went to Dallas for the Cotton Bowl, UC's Cotton Bowl, and that was an absolute blast, but I also wasn't really the best at preparing. So failure to prepare is preparing to fail. And when I went to Dallas, there's no kind of real like, hey, let's bring some protein shakes, let's pack X, Y, and Z. It was just more of a go. And when I go, it's a lot of my college buddies. We like to drink a lot, go out, have plenty of like fried foods, tailgating foods, all that kind of stuff. So I probably gained a solid 3 pounds just during that weekend trip over New Year's to go to Dallas. But we came back and wanted to start the new year with a mini cut just because I was kind of going on what I like to say over full. So I would like to think I was running on basically like a gas tank that was overflowing with fuel and energy. I needed to do a quick little reset. So I did a quick little 2-week mini cut. I went from 176.3 to 165.4, and most of that is water weight. Most of that is just getting that kind of like alcohol and food out of my system after New Year's. But then again, we definitely lost a little bit of fat and kind of had a good reset and a starting point to move forward with the rest of the lean bulk. So it was very intense, very short. I think I was like somewhere between 1,000 to 1,400 calories for about 2 weeks. So it was very, very quick and very intense. But the goal of that was not to lose body fat, not to build muscle. It was just simply to reset my body, get it out of that funk of over consuming that junk food, that high sugary stuff, and kind of just give my body a reset to then build from. And by the end of the month, January 30th of 2022, I was 167.2. So the weight did come back up after that mini cut, but slowly and surely, and I was a lot more dialed in. So then I'll kind of run you guys through real quick, just February to April. So February 16th of 2022, I was 171.6. And then March 13th of 2022, I was 173.0. And then on April 10th of 2022, I was 175.0. So as you can see, gained about 2 pounds per month, which was pretty consistent and also exactly what I was aiming for. I'd say during lean bulk, my goal was to gain about 1.5 to 2.5 pounds per month. That is what I have found a good range for me to be, okay, minimizing the fat gain, but still maximizing the overall muscle building process. And then at the end of April, I decided to go ahead and compete in a show in 2023, in the fall of 2023. So I knew at this point I had about a year and a half to go ahead and get ready for that show, but I knew about probably 6 months of that would be prep. So at this point, I knew I needed to commit to lean gaining or lean bulking for at least another couple months. And I knew at this point, I wasn't gonna lean bulk forever, but I did have a goal weight of around 180 to 182. So I could reach that throughout my next couple months of lean bulking and then go ahead and maintain that until I start prep. And my assumption is when I end prep, I'll probably be around 160. So that would give me a good 20 pounds to kind of cut throughout prep rather than the 40 or 50 pounds you sometimes see people lose. And I don't think cutting 40 or 50 pounds for a prep is realistic for me personally, as I am only about 160 to 180 pounds. If I was up in the 200s, yes, I could see someone like that's 6'3", 6'4" doing that, but yeah, that's not me. And from May 2022 to July 2022, I'll admit it wasn't probably the best bulking it was like it was from February, March, April. The big thing was it was summertime. Obviously May, June, July, those are all summer times. I traveled a little bit. I still enjoyed being relatively lean during the summer because I'm outside, I'm at pools, whatever it was. So my weight wasn't going super, super crazy, but I was at least maintaining my strength and still getting a little bit stronger, even though the weight wasn't changing too much. So as you can see here, on May 8th, 2022, I was 175.4. On June 12th, I was 175.0. And on July 14th, I was 174.0. This was probably a little bit lower of a weigh-in in July, but once again, during the summer, just activity level goes way up because I'm always outside. During the winter time, my activity is pretty low. I'm getting maybe 6,000 to 8,000 steps. But during the summer, I'm probably getting 10 to 12 without even thinking about it. I'm playing golf, I'm doing summer volleyball. There's all kinds of stuff I'm doing outside that I don't really account for in terms of increasing my calories. So I probably should increase my calories more, but at the same time, I don't regret it. I was still having a blast doing plenty of stuff outside and also still making strength gains in the gym. And that also comes to July. I started using Happy Scale. So I'll be throwing up some screenshots of that moving forward. And I'll probably use that app for a long ass time to come, just because I do enjoy how easy it is to track things on there. We'll say August 19th of 2022, I was 175.2. I decided to fully commit to the bulk, created the Road to Jack series. I really was trying to eat more, intentionally making meals, training and recovery a priority to kind of grow. I wanted to grow, and also I needed to grow in order to step on stage even higher. So in August, I gained 2.6 pounds. In September, I gained 1.4 pounds. And in August, I was probably eating about 32 to 3,400 calories. In September, I was eating about 34 to 3,600 calories. In October, I gained 1.6 pounds. I was probably eating 3,700 calories plus some days, trying to eat around 3,800, but not every day making it. And then on November, I gained 1.4 pounds. I reached that average about a little over 180, which was my goal. And throughout all of November, I pretty much had to eat at least 3,800 calories to gain any weight. If I didn't eat 3,800 calories, my weight would come down for a day. Eating definitely wasn't the cleanest by the end of the bulk in November, but I was still hitting my protein, my carbs, my fats, a little bit of micronutrients here and there. At that point, I just needed calories to get the calories up. So I did add in a few little things that probably weren't the healthiest. But at that point, you kind of just need calories to slowly increase the weight over time. And then December till now, January 2023, basically holding steady right around that 34 to 3,500 calories per day, about 8,000 steps per day, just taking her out on some walks here and there. And then also I do have some happy scale screenshots of how I held my weight throughout December and January. Obviously some weight fluctuations here and there, some high days, some low days, depending on when I woke up, what I ate the night before, if I saved up for calories by the end of the day, all kinds of stuff, but still hovering right around that 181 mark, which is where I want to start prep at. But I will say I'm still having to eat a little bit more than I want, honestly. I definitely think the first thing we're gonna do as soon as I start prep in February is just cut calories, because I don't feel like eating. I still have a little bit of unhealthy habits, just trying to get extra calories in, where I'd rather cut the calories down, maximize my quality of food, and then kind of move forward from there. But this is definitely the strongest and leanest I've ever been at 180 plus. I think back in college I got to 183, but it was a pretty fluffy 180, 183. I definitely didn't have the same strength or definition I do now, so I definitely have made some progress. And as much as I wish I could tell you I had the perfect 16-month transformation, I gained 2 pounds per month, and it was pure muscle, it's just not like that. Life has its ups and downs, life gets busy, you go through different stages throughout the year, all that kind of stuff, but I still think I made a pretty good transformation of about 20 pounds added my frame over the last 16 months. Yes, there were ups and downs. Yes, there was a lot of hiccups along the way. Once again, I'm pretty proud of all the progress I made. I think I added a decent amount of strength and size, and can't wait to cut down and reveal all the hard work I put in over the last 16 months. And that's another big thing. The lean bulk, it's not glamorous. You don't start to look better as you bulk up and add a little bit more body fat and add a little bit more weight. Yes, you might look thicker, you might look better in clothes, but when you take the clothes off, you don't look nearly as good as you do when you're in single-digit body fat. So that's one thing I definitely am excited to cut back down, show all the hard work, get lean again. But yeah, all the hard work has definitely paid off. Super excited to take you guys along the journey for my prep in 2023. But I'll go ahead and end the video here. That is my realistic 16-month transformation, going from, I would say, single-digit body fat at 160 to probably, I would say, maybe about 17% at 180 right now. But yeah, without further ado, Maisie, you want to say anything? She's like, just shut up. Real quick, this is the end of the 16-month realistic bulking transformation, but I do have a special project launching today as well. Literally, as this video goes live, it is now live, and it's called Boomy Threads. It's actually the shirt I'm wearing right now. So if you guys care about that, keep watching. I'll go ahead and go over all the designs we have launching. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Now let's head to the office and go over all the Boomy Thread designs. All right, thank you guys so much for sticking around to go ahead and see the project I've been working on for almost about 8 months now. So about half the lean bulk, I've been working on this project, and it is an anime clothing brand. So it's actually called Boomy Threads, and you can go ahead and check out the website boomythreads.com and shop all this stuff now. It is live as of January 23rd, 2023. But I'll go ahead and just go over the designs I made. There are 5 different designs based on some of my favorite animes that I've watched over the years. Hunter x Hunter is one that I don't have a design for yet, but is probably my favorite of all time, but design coming soon. We're gonna start with a bleach shirt, as you can see right there. The bleach shirt, the front is just a little left breast, and then the back is probably one of my favorite designs that I've made. Here, it's probably easier to talk on one of these, but you have Ichigo, you have his half hollow, full hollification, and then his final Getsuga Tensho form. And this is probably my favorite shirt, honestly. I just think it's so clean with like the little blocks with his faces. As you can see there, boom, bleach on the front. And I have this in a plain white, which I'm wearing, an ocean tie-dye, as well as a smoke tie-dye. I really like this color too. Honestly, probably one of my favorite shirts. I think the plain white is sick, but also the ocean adds a little bit of color and flair to the wardrobe. Next up, we have the second shirt I ever designed, and that is gonna be Asta from Black Clover. As you can see right there, I think the white just is able to show the design off the best. It's just super clean. We got Asta in his half demon form. So you can see his demon hand holding one of his anti-magic swords, and then a demon shadow in the back. We also got that in red, as you can see right there, as well as black. Boom. I think the black looks pretty clean too. And there you can see the Black Bull symbol right there, and that is the group Asta joins after basically getting his kind of non-magic powers. But I highly recommend watching Black Clover if you haven't already. And also Yami is a great character in that, and we definitely need to make a design for him coming soon. Next we have Demon Slayer, which is basically gonna be Tengen. So as you can see right here, this is Tengen on the back with like the Demon Slayer design wrapping around in that red circle right there. Boom, so we got him, and then also if you take a close look at his eye, he has a little bit of kind of like eye paint on him. And obviously Tengen, obviously the main character in the Entertainment District arc recently on Demon Slayer, and he's just jacked. So as far as like an anime times gym clothing brand, pretty much a must. But what we did was go ahead and put his little eye design around the Demon Slayer core kanji. So we got the Demon Slayer core kanji with his little eye design, which I personally think is a great idea. We've got the front, we've got gray, we also have black and white, but those are actually in the wash right now, and then we've got a purple tie-dye as well. Probably one of my favorite colors. And we've got those two. Next, we've got an OG in Dragon Ball. We've got Goku, and then the Super Saiyan, as you can see right there, kind of in like that retro Gold's Gym style. Slightly different, but he's still carrying like the barbells. And I mean, that jacked physique is unreal. This is probably one of my go-to leg day shirts, honestly, just because I think like, I don't know, it's just super cool. Adds a little bit of color and flair. And we've got the orange and blue design right there. We've got the blue and yellow, and then we've also got the purple and green. I think all these are dope colorways. Obviously purple is going to be the most eye drawing, attention grabbing, and I think purple is kind of more of a subtle color, but all very, very cool. And then last but not least, we have the Attack Titan shirt. So this is from Attack on Titan. Obviously the front of the shirt just says Attack Titan, but the back is what I think is the coolest, and it is Eren Yeager's Attack Titan form in the Vitruvian Man. So if you know Da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, basically we took that, put Eren Yeager's Attack Titan form on there, which I think is one of the best physiques in all of anime. Like, I mean, just perfect aesthetics, just absolutely ripped and lean, and then went ahead and added some of Eren Yeager's quotes in kanji above and below. So I think this is a really cool shirt. It has white and black. Obviously the black has a white outline or white design, and the white shirt has black, but I think both of these are super cool. Honestly, I wore this one yesterday, the black Attack Titan. I was like, I can't put this in the laundry just yet because I need to show you guys what it looks like, as it is probably one of my favorites. But real quick, I'll end the video here, but yeah, go ahead, follow Boomy Threads on Instagram and TikTok, as well as visit boomythreads.com. Leave any comments down below if you like this stuff, if you have any ideas for more designs, any questions, I can answer all those. But boomythreads.com to shop the drop that just went live as of January 23rd. Yeah, really appreciate all the support. Hopefully you guys enjoy as much as I do. I pretty much live in this stuff now. This will probably be the only stuff you'll ever see me wear on the channel. But yeah, hope you enjoy as much as I do. But also thank you guys so much for sticking around to see the project reveal. I know anime isn't something for everybody, but if you have a friend or family member who likes anime, go ahead and share that with them. Hopefully they enjoy the designs. Without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.